Welcome back everyone, this is GTA Failer. In our last video we purchased the pole position club and then did that one asset mission. This video is all about the boatyard, which is another asset, and it has one associated mission. So let's purchase this thing for 10 grand and check out the cutscene, dude.
Hello? 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 Put it out. There's a dude here. Hey, suit dude, I guess you're the new owner. Yeah. Which one of the boats is the fastest? It's already in the water, dude. I thought you might want to try her out. Dude, she's already running with a 300 horsepower engine.
The fiberglass hull, she just shoots through the waves.
She can do like 0 to 60 in 4 seconds flat, dude.
She can hold like 20 barrels of the best Jamaican smoke right in the hull.
So go ahead, dude. She's ready to fly.
Yo, suit dude, you got a light? Dude.
The one asset mission associated with the boatyard is called Checkpoint Charlie. You start it by getting into either this Cuban jetbacks or the other boat, which is the Squallow. Collect the packages before time runs out, and in the top right you'll see a 2.5 minute time limit. I'll collect one package, then the next one shows up on the minimap as another pink square. And before I show you my vanilla pass, I'll show you the one fail state. The wiki claims that there are 2 fail states. Time running out is the only fail state, but the wiki says that destroying the boat is a fail state, but it's not. You'll see that I can destroy this boat right here and the mission will proceed. The timer in the top right will continue counting. And the reason this isn't a fail is that you can actually do this checkpoint race in any boat, as long as you start it in one of the 2 official boats. So if you wanted to try to make things a little bit easier for yourself, you could start the checkpoint mission in one of those 2 official boats and then switch over to a speeder, which hopefully you've conveniently placed right next to one of these boats here, and then collect every single one of the checkpoints in the speeder. So as we saw, if you run out of time, you get the fail message, you're out of time. And so then I reloaded my save state, bought the boatyard again, and now we will show you my vanilla pass at this particular mission. I'll show you the whole thing from start to finish. In this case, we'll hop into the Squallow instead of the Cuban Jetmax. Notice that you got to jig to the right in the very beginning if you get into the Squallow, which is why I typically take the Cuban Jetmax. And while we watch my vanilla attempt here, I'll read from the wiki. There are 26 checkpoints in this race, and you just have to pass the race 1 time in order to complete the asset, that is to get credit towards 100%, and to get credit towards unlocking the final 2 story missions in the game, which again requires any 5 assets plus 2 particular ones. So this will count as one of those 5 assets as long as we pass this race 1 time. From the trivia section of the wiki, Checkpoint Charlie, which is the name of this mission, was an actual location along the Berlin Wall, so that's a historical reference. Also, Charlie is a common nickname for cocaine, along with the mission's internal name, which is called Coke Run, C-O-K-E Run, Coke Run. This implies that the packages Tommy is collecting in the mission contain cocaine. The packages in this mission are the same model as the hidden packages in GTA 3. In the iPad version of Vice City, only the Squallow can be used to complete the mission. In the Android version, only the Cuban Jetmax can be used. Now I'll read from the wiki about the boatyard, which is a business appearing in Vice City and also in Vice City Stories. Circa 1986, the boatyard is owned by 2 men, Dwayne and Jethro. Those are the 2 that we saw in the cutscene at the start of this video. So flipping over to Dwayne's wiki page now, he's a minor character in Vice City. This is his only appearance, is this cutscene, but then he's also a supporting character in GTA San Andreas. Yeah, he and the other guy in the cutscene, Jethro, both moved to San Andreas after Tommy buys the boatyard here in Vice City, and they both play a role in San Andreas, starting with the mission Wear Flowers in Your Hair. They're hired by CJ to fix up the garage in, where is it, Darty, I think? I'm not sure. Whatever that messed up garage is that CJ buys like halfway through the game in near San Fierro. So here we are coming up on our vanilla pass in what I think is my least favorite mission in all of Vice City. Mission pass, 5,000 bucks. I decided to make the mistake of heading back to the boatyard via boat. I should have just gotten off at that dock right there instead of boating back. And I've been avoiding cursing generally in this whole series, but fuck this fucking mission. This is the worst fucking mission in the game. I flipped my boat. Why was there like a passenger walkway, a pedestrian walkway in the middle of the river here? Okay, so then I had to reload that save state because I don't want any deaths, I don't want any fails, or I guess minimum fails. And check out this boat right here. This was a pretty standard theme, is to have a boat in the way right before this particular checkpoint, which of course I miss, which makes it tougher to pass because it's like it's at least a 10-second penalty if you miss one of these checkpoints, and it could easily be 20 seconds or more. All right, but feel free to make a drinking game of every time I curse in this particular video. But know that it might take a lot of liquor because I hate this mission. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I hate it even more after recording footage for this video because turns out you need to pass this thing more than once if you want to do the true 100% plus. Get out of my way. All right, I'll talk about all the things that I hate about this mission soon enough in this video. But anyway, Boatyard asset complete. I'm fast forwarding through this because, again, I did not learn my lesson from dying after passing the mission the first time. And here I'm in fast forward, but now regular speed. There's this boat that comes out of nowhere, and I barely avoid it. It smashes me into the wall, and then I catch on fire. I thought I could jump and then get like teleported up to the the level ground up there, but no. Because fuck this fucking mission. All right, so here we are going through this tunnel again. Another boat in my way. I hope this guy doesn't get hurt when I drive over him. My goodness, that was scary for him. And then jumping to the end here, and another boat in the way. That's classy. And then finally we get our pass here. And so now we'll play this cutscene, Boatyard asset completed. And just like the other two asset missions, the other two assets we've completed, there's going to be a place we can pick up money. Here it's up to $2,000. And then I'm going to get off of this fucking boat as quick as I fucking can. All right, Tommy, hop up here onto the pier so I never have to do that again. Whoa, baby, going the wrong way. All right, we're going to skip the drive back over to the boatyard, and then we'll save our game here. And then I'm going to get into a boat again. But before I do, actually, we're going to show you some of my fails in my vanilla attempts. So here, I went straight at that intersection instead of to the right because I don't have this fucking course memorized. And one of the issues I have with this thing is that the only checkpoint on the minimap is the next one. They need to show me the next one after the next one. And then I missed my ramp there. I was kind of out of line. I'll fast forward. Like, it's a 20-second penalty if you miss here. And that might make it so that I can't finish in time. And so then here, not enough speed. Now it's like a 30-second penalty. All right, come on. Hit the gas, Tommy. Get this checkpoint. And fuck this fucking mission. Oh my god. Like, why is this mission so hard for me? Like, is it hard for you guys? So then here, missed it, upside down, dying. Fuck this mission. Is this hard for you guys? Like, this mission is hard for me. Like, not just recording for this series, but in terms of speedrunning. I struggle mightily with this mission. All right, so check out the top right-hand corner. This is now the save file where we've already passed the mission once. It was a 2.5-minute time limit by default, but then if you pass it once, you can go for it again, and the game makes it 2 minutes, 25 seconds. So I've skipped ahead to the most troubling part of this course for me is these 3 in a row. Fuck this fucking mission. Oh, man. So that was the only mistake I made, but it was enough to make it so that I couldn't finish in the slightly lower time frame, the 2 minutes, 25 seconds. But this is the true 100% plus series, so we reload. Again, this is the save file where we've passed this thing once in 2.5 minutes, and now we'll try again in 2 minutes, 25 seconds. And then this is the end of that attempt, so it looks like we're going to pass finally. And yeah, so with 20-ish seconds left, we got this thing done. And we're going to get out of this boat as quick as we can and onto safe, dry land. Come on, Tommy. Don't make me do this 225 pass again. Oh, notice that we got more money. 5,000 for the first pass and 6,000 for the second pass. Okay, on to dry land. We're going to skip the drive over, and then we will save our game right here. Please tell me I don't have to do this mission anymore for a true 100% plus. So remember, it was a 225 time limit before, and now it's 220. Fuck. Why do I have to keep doing this? They keep changing it. Also notice the weather is different, right? It is intentionally cloudy during this third attempt, this third pass at this mission. All right, so let's see what's happening here. We got 8 seconds. This is close. Do we have enough time to get there? Oh, come on. Please don't tell me I have to do the 220 again. Please. Fuck this fucking mission. All right, so we'll try the 220 again. And we'll go into our favorite corridor here that seems to always have a fucking boat in the way. Move. Move. All right, this is also looking tight. We've got this big curve to the right, 23 seconds left. And then after the big curve to the right, we have to bend to the left. This is not looking good, gang. I recorded this yesterday. I don't remember whether this is a pass or a fail, but it looks like we don't quite have enough time. 8-7, come on. Hit this. I'm jamming on the gas. It looks like I'm going slow. It's because the Cuban Jetmax is slow. Fuck this fucking mission. Come on. All right, so we switched over to the Squallow, which turns out is faster, but here I'm out of control. Missed that checkpoint. And then just reload the save state where we've passed it twice, and now we're trying the 220 pass yet again. Okay, here we are in the Squallow again. Out of control. We're too far left. Go to the right. Go to the right. Okay. Squallow again. 220 again. Missed the first fucking checkpoint because the fuckers at Rockstar don't point you towards the checkpoint if you get into the Squallow. That's why I get into the Jetmax. Oh, look, there's a fucking boat in the way in this channel. That's why I get in the Jetmax. It's just specifically because the Jetmax is pointed at the first checkpoint and the Squallow is not. And another issue is that the camera, when you first start this mission, is pointing like it's in the boat pointing sideways. The camera should be pointing straight ahead. And so if you get into the Squallow, look out, if you get into the Squallow, you have to make a blind slight turn to the right when you're first starting out in order to hit that first checkpoint. It's so dumb. So dumb. All right, 220 is passed. $7,000 up from 6,000 and up from 5,000. Okay, so tell me that. Oh, look out! We almost fell in the water there. So we'll save over by the boats again. We're heading into the Squallow because it turns out it's faster. And let's see, is it another 220? Are we done? No, it's 2:15, and what the fuck is this weather? I've never seen this weather before. And in fact, the wiki says this weather does not exist anywhere besides the fourth pass of Checkpoint Charlie. So they bring the time down from 2:30 to 2:25 to 2:20 and now 2:15 with this soupy weather. I'm going the total wrong way. Like none of the landmarks that I look for are visible. All right, let's see how we do. Oh, too slow. Can I get that one? Of course not. Fuck this fucking mission. All right, we try it again. So I'm going to show you my entire pass at this just because you never get to see this weather unless you're as dumb as me and decide to pass Checkpoint Charlie 4 times. So this gives me a good chance to complain about Checkpoint Charlie as a mission. So why do I hate this fucking mission? Well, in short, it's because it fucking sucks. All right, I talked about the camera, like initially when you get in the boat pointing the wrong way, and that means that if you get into the Cuban Jetmax, you're pointing straight at it, but if you get in the Squallow, you're making this blind slight turn to the right in the beginning. And another issue is that these two boats are not the same. I assumed, and only learned while I was recording this footage yesterday, that the Cuban Jetmax is way slower than the Squallow. Why would Rockstar give you 2 boats, and you can use either one? I just have to assume that the boats are basically the same as each other. Why would they give you 2 boats where one of them is far superior to the other? The reason I couldn't pass, the 220 the first couple of times is because I was in the far inferior Cuban Jetmax. Just give me 2 boats that are the same as each other. It doesn't make sense to make the player figure out that one of these boats is way faster than the other. Another major complaint I have about this mission is that it only shows the next checkpoint on the minimap, like I mentioned before. I want them to show me not just the coming one, but the one after. Is there a boat here in the channel? Of course there is. Look, did you see that? Did you fucking see that? Why is there a boat here all the time? It's so narrow. So another complaint is the random boats that can really screw you over, especially in the narrow channels, and it doesn't seem like it's just programmed to randomly happen wherever in the water. It seems like there's that particular channel, and maybe this one coming up here with this left turn right before the finish line. Sure seems like they have boats in them more often than they should if it was just going to be by chance. Okay, $8,000 up from 7, up from 6, up from $5,000. The absolute worst way to make money in Vice City is repeatedly doing Checkpoint Charlie. Now, normally I would skip the drive back, but we're still in the soupy weather, and I didn't know, like, how would it change? When would it change? Would it not change until I tried to get into the Checkpoint Charlie boat again? So we're just going to let this play as we drive to the boatyard. But I will say, and keep an eye on the weather, because it is going to change gradually during this drive. So, what's my rating for Checkpoint Charlie? Do you even have to ask? It's a fucking 1 out of 10. It is terrible. It is the worst mission in the game. And I say that having not made the rest of the videos in the series yet. And I know that the next video in this series is going to be Distribution, which is just 10 minutes of boring for the Cherry Poppers asset mission. That mission is better than this one. This is awful. It is just so bad. So frustrating. It has cost me so much time during my speedrunning attempts. Forget about the true 100% plus. I can't pass this thing consistently when I speedrun, although now that I've memorized the stupid fucking route because they haven't given me the, like on the minimap, the next 2 checkpoints. Look at the weather. Definitely clearing up. But now I've memorized it after making all this footage yesterday. And also now I know that I should not take the Cuban Jetmax because it's a way weaker boat than the Squallow. I'm sure I could do better if I were to speedrun this game again. But God, fuck this fucking mission. The worst. So I'll skip the rest of the drive and just saving over at the boatyard. We're almost there anyway, but you can see the skies have cleared up. Totally blue now. Beautiful, beautiful sunny day. But let's hop into this boat one more time and see if I have to keep doing fucking Checkpoint Charlie. So that last pass was in 2 minutes 15. Hopefully it's the same. Nope, 2:10 in the top right. And we went from a beautiful sunny morning to rain and lightning and storms. And all right, this isn't looking good. If I skip ahead, I know we're in trouble. Oh, come on. All right, back to the trouble section. We're kind of out of control here. Can I hit this one? Please, please. Not even close. Oh, now I figured maybe I had a chance, so I circled back around. Again, it's like a 15-second penalty at least, and I don't know that I have that to spare when we're trying to pass in 2 minutes 10. Still backing up here. Come on, GTA Baylor. It's the one on the right. Go forward. Hit the checkpoint. Pass this mission. Come on. Alright, kids. Say it along with me. Fuck this fucking mission. I'm too far left. Get to the right. Not that far right. Okay, let's try this again. So while we're going through this attempt at a 210 pass, let's go back to reading from the wiki. We were talking about Dwayne and Jethro. So the 2 guys from the cutscene, this is their only appearance here in GTA Vice City, but they do appear a bunch in San Andreas. Dwayne is voiced by Naveed Kansari, reading from the wiki. Naveed Kansari, born 1970 in Montreal, Quebec, was director of production at Rockstar Games from 2001 to 2005. Yeah, the guy who voices Dwayne is actually like a regular employee. He's a director of production, or at least he was, for 4 or 5 years. Says he joined Rockstar in 2001. He's credited as motion capture director in GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and Liberty City Stories. He's also credited as a cutscene audio director on Vice City and San Andreas. He did the voice of Dwayne here in Vice City and also San Andreas. He voiced some pedestrians in Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. He also was the Killer Bees caller to Chatterbox FM in GTA 3. And he played one of the guards in Manhunt, which is another Rockstar title. So cool. And the other character from the cutscene to this mission, voiced by John Zerhelen, born 1976 in New York, was a producer at Rockstar Games from 2002 to 2009. He's credited as part of the Rockstar production team for San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories, GTA 4, The Lost and the Damned, The Ballad of Gay Tony, and Chinatown Wars. He's also credited for writing pedestrian dialogue on GTA 4 and The Lost and the Damned. He did the voice of Jethro here in Vice City and in San Andreas. He also voiced some pedestrians in San Andreas and Liberty City Stories. He was a commercial voice in Vice City Stories and GTA 4, and he also played he voiced the character Jeremy St. Ives in GTA 4 and its episodes. Additionally, Zer Helen was credited for providing motion capture in GTA 4 and its episodes. I just really love hearing about all those connections when it's not just like voice actors who are doing the roles of these folks that I've kind of grown to know and love here in Vice City. Of course, there's a fucking boat at the end. 8 seconds, I'm out of control. I'm way right, turn left. Please, Tommy. Please. Oh my goodness. All right, $9,000 up from $8,000. Yeah, really cool when it's not just like famous actors or not famous actors, but actual rock star employees, programmers, producers, like that kind of job where they just throw them into the game. Really, really neat to learn about those connections. Okay, Tommy has survived the 2:10 pass. Let's see if there's any more of this garbage ahead of me. So my last pass was in a 2:10 time limit. In this case, it's down to 2 minutes. I missed the first fucking checkpoint because, of course, why not? But at least we have good weather. And there's another missed checkpoint. Fuck this fucking mission. I know I've said that phrase a lot of times, but I want to make sure that you understand. What the hell was that? I just went like twice as high as I normally do. I was going slow. I want you to understand I still have the same passionate anger and ferocity towards this mission, even though I keep saying, fuck this fucking mission. All right, so $15,000 with a 2-minute pass. Now, is that my last pass? Of course not. So the wiki says that the 2 minutes is the final version. There's 6 versions, 2 minutes, $15,000, and that's it. But I feel like I have to go do it one more time. I have to pass this thing one more time. And so I'm attempting another 2-minute pass. Fuck this fucking mission. Because sometimes the wiki is wrong, like maybe why did I go twice as high again? It doesn't make any sense. I know that the physics of water is like a little more unpredictable than the physics of land, but look, there's boats in my way here. I got the tough part with the 3 jumps, and then I missed this checkpoint. And then we go back around, and then that same boat is still in my fucking way, and then we'll skip ahead. It's in my way again. We'll skip ahead to the end of this attempt, and I just didn't have enough time because the boat was in the way. So I know that the physics of water is like more complicated and it's more unpredictable. Why is there a fucking boat in the way? I hope that NPC died from the blades on my boat. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. But I figured I just had to check and see if if this really was the last attempt. And so I've confirmed that it's still 2 minutes here at the end, but I just need to see that $15,000 reward one last time just to really make sure that I understand that indeed it is the end. All right, I do have a plan. It's kind of radical, but I think this is going to help me. Bear with me just 1 second here. We'll get my minigun out and wreck 3 boats. Okay, let's see if that helps. We just needed to break the curse. Nope. Maybe more cursing will break the fucking curse. Okay, so here we go. Maybe final attempt at this. I don't fucking know. I'm not going to watch the footage here. I'm going to go back to reading from the wiki. So on my behalf, if there's any fucking fails, just say the 3-word phrase. Okay, so reading again from the wiki about the boatyard. So it's owned by the 2 men, Dwayne and Jethro, that just had that minor role in the cutscene, but have a more significant role in San Andreas. The boatyard constructed speedboats for specific buyers, with one example being the Squalo, built for a Costa Rican drug lord until it was stolen by Tommy Vercetti under orders of Ricardo Diaz. Yeah, that was the mission, the fastest boat. And we had to steal that Squalo, which became the fastest boat for us. Later in 1986, Tommy Vercetti bought the boatyard for $10,000, although it's half the price in the mobile version, from Dwayne and Jethro, who later leave Vice City for San Andreas. Tommy uses the boatyard as a port of entry for the cocaine shipments, which he then proceeds to distribute in Vice City. When Tommy finishes the boat race in Checkpoint Charlie, the business will generate up to $2,000 in assets. The boatyard also appears in Vice City Stories, but it is inaccessible and plays no role in the storyline, although it is sometimes featured in Smuggling Empire missions if the player has a smuggling building site in Viceport. The song that can be heard playing in the background during the boatyard purchase cutscene is 2 Minutes to Midnight by Iron Maiden. This song is featured on the in-game radio station V-Rock. Things are looking good in our last fucking attempt. Of course, there's a fucking boat in the way right here in this inlet, but 30 seconds left. I'm feeling optimistic. So let me know in the comments what you think about this mission. Like, am I just way off base? Am I an outlier here thinking that this is just terrible? Worse than distribution, the 10 minutes of boring where you just, sit in the ice cream truck. Worse than the $15,000 there is a copy of the $15,000 reward we got before. So now I'm convinced indeed there's exactly 6 unique missions here with Checkpoint Charlie. So I can just forget about that save file and just reload where I've passed it 6 times and then I didn't bother passing the 6th one a second time. So this mission for me is worse than the one where you drive around in circles over at the stadium. I don't know, Hot Ring or whatever. Not Blood Ring. Maybe it's Hot Ring. Yeah. So let me know in the comments. What is your grade for this one? For me, it's a 1 out of 10. I would give it a 0 out of 10 if I had a 0 in my grading system. It's just terrible. And again, I feel like I could pass it now consistently, like the first version, by taking the Squallow, and now that I've got the order memorized of those checkpoints. But I just think it's so challenging for the casual gamer, especially those 3 ramps where the last one is not aligned with the first 2. Just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Speaking of terrible, we're just about at our next destination for the next video, where we'll cover the Cherry Poppers ice cream asset purchase and mission, which is also terrible, but we'll see if we can make some interesting stuff for you in the next video. Thank you so much for fucking watching, and we'll fucking see you real soon.